Well, hello! Hi, everyone. Great members of Believe and Shine. Here's Sun Mary, now Maria do Sol. That, as I said, I've shared the video talking to you how amazing it was for me to really integrate my soul and my identity with my own true name. And that's beautiful because all I have to share about today is about your true identity. And today I love to hear Louise Hay and other members from Hay House Radio. And I was happily hearing it while I was taking care of my home and walking around with the headset on. And I was amazed with so many information. Many insights were coming and coming and coming, kept coming. And one of the things that I most love to give to my coaching clients and also to talk about with my kids. Here's one of my daughters. She wants to join in. Say hello to Perola. Her name is Perola, which means pearl in English. And she's such a beautiful soul. Is that we are spiritual beings in a material experience. What does that mean? Of course, we all know that we are spirit in a body. Okay, that's okay to all of us. But do you really use that dimension into your life? Do you really use that and recognize that from inside yourself? Or you just live life losing that perspective? I want to invite all your decisions from now on to be inside that perspective, because it changes completely when you think and know and respect and perceive that this experience you are living and I'm living right now is temporary. Yesterday, one of my beloved ones, someone that meant a lot to me, Pitangui, is one of the best plastic surgeons in the world. He's known by everyone, and he's from Brazil. Many of you have heard of him, Pitangui, Dr. Ivo Pitangui. And when I had my accident that I lost my feet, he was the doctor that took care of me. So I've stayed like years coming to his office and showing my legs, and he literally saved me, because if it wasn't for him, the doctors would cut my legs at like close to the butt. Imagine that. I wouldn't be able to do most of the things that I do right now with the way I do. Of course, I would find a way, but that would be a change in my life, like a big change. And he was the one that saw that was possible, that a little girl, a baby, a small tiny baby, would be able to have the rest of my legs. Because when the burn happened, I lost like the tiny feet glued to my skin. So it was only that, but I was going to grow and they had to cut, and all that pain, that the marks and the burning of my legs that would go up until almost my butt were like really tight and strong. And they were afraid that I wouldn't survive because of the fear of getting, I don't know how to say to you in English, when you get an infection. They were afraid that I would get an infection, so they had to cut, so that this problem would take away that problem. So they got a joint doctor's table to decide that. And at that point, I wasn't thinking, because I was a little baby. I was just like that, laying on, trying to survive and to breathe. And my dad had to sign a paper saying that it was okay to take off my legs. And my mom got desperate because she was only 19 years old and my father was only 23. So imagine that. They were really young and having to decide for the life of a daughter they just had, and had an accident, and they were still in shock. and only my grandmother was there with them. They were away from home. They took me to the nearest hospital, and they had to decide because I would die. And my mom, they were really spiritual connected at that time, and my mom called my grandfather and said to him, "Father, I don't know what to do." And my grandfather was just a strong man. He was really, he was decorator and landscaper, and he was a friend of Ivo Pitangui, and he called him right away and said, "I'm picking you up. You're going with me up from Rio de Janeiro, where I was born, to save my granddaughter, and you do whatever you can." And they ran to the hospital, and when they got there, my dad was in shock, and they got into the hospital, like opening the doors of the hospital, getting in, Ivo Pitangui and my grandfather with a gun. My grandfather was so desperate for them to not let them kill me that they went with the gun. That was really shocking to hear, but it saved my life. And they went through the doors and said, "Nobody touch my granddaughter," and brought Ivo Pitangui. That was like a celebrity. He still until today. He died yesterday. I really honor him, but I'm telling you, he changed my life. And at that moment, he said, "We're going to clean the wounds every day." And at that moment, he said, "We are going to see what is going to, be left from her leg." And that was the moment where my father and my mom had to say, "Okay, I trust you," because he was such a great doctor, and they had to trust. And why am I sharing you all of this? It's because it was his mission, and he took his mission with all his heart, and now he's in the spiritual world. And once someone goes, we really touch that point of dimension where you remember, okay, I'm not going to be here forever. And why am I here? And why am I doing all I'm doing? And why I have that special, configuration, that special life that I have. I was born, for me, for example, if I think I was born as a woman, I was born in Brazil, I was born and lost my legs, I had this and this mom, this dad, this specific configuration, this specific time-space reality in this moment of time. And then when I lose track of it, I often don't see things clear. And that's what I want to share with you today. Challenges in life. If you imagine that life is just an unfolding of your needs in a spiritual level. If you remember, you're going to be here for a while and then you're gone. And we don't know if there's a spiritual world, but I do believe with my heart there is, and that we come back. And when you took that dimension inside of you, you can truly begin to live. Because at some point, we all remember, I was talking about Pitangui, that is that doctor. If you weren't here, welcome you. Thank you for being here. And because he died yesterday and he was my doctor, and I was remembering that I had a life in Rio de Janeiro that was certain for me. I had my grandmother, my grandfather, and all my uncles, and all my cousins, and people in home, and smells and touch, and places I would go for years. That was a reality. And that reality doesn't even exist anymore. My grandmothers and grandfathers already gone. The homes were already sold, and the families, some of them are broken, some of them are great, but in another place. So we have stages in life, like many lives inside one life. And that stages involve many people together. And those stages are there for you to develop a specific task or develop a specific feeling or emotion or mindset. And if you take that with your heart, even if it's painful, for some reason, you are going to be inside the spirit zone. Your spiritual self will be able to talk to you, your higher self connected. And we will also make it easier, like getting inside a car and knowing that that car will lead you to the end with safety, with love, with everything you need. Like if you have a challenge, of course you have the tools to overcome it. But sometimes if you lose the perspective that you are a spiritual being inside an experience, a material experience that you can touch, hear and feel for a moment, that this will end. And even if you are a mom, a dad, a grandfather, a grandmother, or even a professional, great professional, world known, you'll be gone soon. And that gives you, again, the perspective. And also, you can remember and think about, do I have a mission? Many of you may feel that, of course, I want to achieve something. Okay, achieving is good. But do you have a mission? Do you recognize in getting to that mission and be and become and honor that? Like, okay, I have to develop. I'm a superhero. That's what I mean by a superhero. It's not because oh my God, I'm going to shine and be better than others. No, it's a mission. You embrace it with your heart. You recognize that time is passing. I'm getting older. I'm getting wiser. I'm getting more smart. And it's a choice, of course, but I'm getting. So you can choose. My daughters want to go with the dog. Okay, baby, go ahead. And you can choose either to feel a victim, or you can choose to feel, that life is not good to you, or you can choose to feel that you are here to be tested or challenged. It's a choice. We all have as many choices as we want. But if you take that perspective back to you, that empowerment that you've chosen to come, you have a mission to develop, and you have challenges to build up as someone that is growing and evolving through all life and spiritual life, that dimension takes you to a much better life, because you don't attach anymore, you don't suffer that much anymore, and you don't take for granted what you want to do, because you're calling. If you have a call, if you have something that is bringing you to this wanting all the time, okay, I want this, I want that, I want this, and I want that, and especially if it's something that comes from time to time, like inspiration from inside out, this is something that you're here to develop. If you follow that path, if you begin to listen to that, you are going to begin to receive all that is needed to develop that. So if you are here right now hearing to this, that I'm talking to you, it means that you are someone connected to that idea somehow, inspired by that idea somehow. And I don't want you to only stay on the spiritual level here. I want you to understand that I'm a coach, I'm a life coach, I am someone that is developing a work that is aimed to help you to bring that level of consciousness to a material world, because you are here, you have to develop yourself even using the tools that are here available. So you have, yes, to use money, you have, yes, to understand how to take care of a home, how to take care of people, and how to understand things about real life. And that brings you the connection between the spiritual and the material world. So it's beautiful for you to know how to become better, so take better decisions. Because if you begin to take better decisions, you begin to ask better questions like, okay, I'm decided to, for example, I want to become someone that works with health, like a personal trainer. If you want to become a personal trainer, you know that you have, in order to become that, of course, you're a spirit, you're here to develop something, but what do a personal trainer does? Okay, in that dimension, you're going to take care of the body so that the person that is going to develop a mission will do that with less pain, with a better body, with a better mind, because of the oxygen flowing through. And you can add positive affirmation to that, and that brings a material development, thinking that is, you have to put in action a certification, you have to organize your life in order to wake up and do what you have to do. And once you have a focus, now it's something that it really connects to coaching here. Focus, what you focus on is going to bring you feelings and sensations and emotions. So your focus will bring your feelings and sensations and emotions. And sometimes your focus comes from outside. What does that mean? That means that if you have something that happened to you, even if it's for you to experience that, like someone that crushes your car, or someone that hits you, or someone that says a bad things to you, and many things can happen that goes beyond what I said. But that will give you that feeling of, okay, my God, this happened to me. So that focus will change. If someone is hurting me, for example, if someone hurts me, the experience of being with that someone will completely change in terms of focus. So when it changes, it's gonna change my decisions. My decision towards that person, if they hurt me, is gonna be completely different. Like, oh, I don't want to be around you anymore. That could be a decision. But if you take that same feeling to a spiritual dimension, that's what I mean by that. Your focus will come from a spirit. Why is that happening to me? What can I learn through that? What can I learn with it? What am I not seeing here? And be open to pain. In a way that pain is not going to define you. Pain is there to serve you and to make you better. Even if you don't understand at that point, be open to that. So your focus will change your feelings and emotions, because you're going to be more connected. That means that goes into scientifically proven that if we are here in vibration experience, we can help that to happen better. And you're going to align yourself with better thoughts. If you have better thoughts, your decisions will be better and the outcome will be much better. So to have a real good life in any area, spiritual, material, relationships, any area, you gotta understand and remember, I'm a spiritual being in a material life. How can I learn with it? How can I stay focused on what I need to learn and in my mission, and to be responsible for what I'm doing here in co-creation with everyone, because I'm not alone. I'm here to be together with everyone. I am here to contribute. And once you remember that, fulfillment like grows to you. So you fulfill your needs. That's I'm talking about human needs psychology that Tony Robbins shares so beautifully, and I'm certified life coach Tony Robbins, so I have that expertise to share with you. And that could be another talk. If you want, please add and ask. I'll be glad to hear from you and to share. So to wrap up this beautiful talk, I wanted to remember and imagine and feel and hear your soul right now. And recognize that even if you don't do that often, this practice, I wanted to breathe in and breathe out. And feel yourself. If you stay for a while and remember your life, you have been inside a woman's belly a day. You have been once inside a bubble of water, all protected, all guided, everything being taken care of. And you are here for a true special reason. And you were born into this world in a specific time and space with those specific people around you. And you receive so many inspiration and guidance and intuition, and you have special set of tools that only you have. Maybe you're an artist, maybe you're someone that knows finances, maybe you're someone that are good with people. You have a special tool, and that is something for you to build a better world. And once you recognize that you are alive, even if many planes crashes around us and earthquake and all those natural disasters that come and take many lives, you are here alive somehow. That must be for a reason, a special reason. And trust that with all your heart, that your decision to focus in all that, your combination of thought, hear, feel, and talk are going to be aligned with that. Your life will unfold, and many levels of miracles are going to come to you. So have a great life. You're a spiritual, beautiful being. Love you. Hope you connect. Hope you share. Hope you comment. I'm here for you. Send you lots of love from Maria do Sol, from Brazil to you.